Question 28, Part B. In 2001, when Toby was in Year 9, he started earning money by juggling at children's parties. He charged $50 per party. Part 1. Write a formula for the amount, Q in dollars, that Toby had earned in 2001 after he had juggled at N parties. Toby earns $50 per party. Now if he performs at N parties, the total amount that Toby would earn is given by 50 multiplied by N. Therefore, Q is equal to 50N. Part 2. By the end of 2001, Toby had juggled at 30 parties. Draw a straight line graph of Q against N with N on the horizontal axis and Q on the vertical axis. Use your ruler to draw the axes and mark a scale on each axis. After 30 parties, Toby earned 50 times 30, which is $1,500. Now this value here will give me an idea of what scale to use for the y-axis. But firstly, for the x-axis, the scale I used was 1 party equals 0.5 centimeters, or 2 parties equals 1 centimeter over 15 centimeters. And for the y-axis, the scale I used was $150 per line over 11 lines. So using a ruler, I drew up the y-axis and the x-axis. Now the length of the x-axis is 15 centimeters. And for the y-axis, it spans 11 lines, going up in steps of $150. And for the x-axis, it's going up in steps of 2. So each of these represents the number of parties that Toby performs. And to draw the line, I located this point here. This has coordinates 30, 1,500, which corresponds to $1,500 earned after 30 parties. And then finally, again using a ruler, I drew a line from the origin through this point. Part 3. Before Toby started juggling at parties, he spent $300 on juggling equipment. On your graph in Part B, 2, draw a horizontal line through the point on the vertical axis where Q equals 300. Give an interpretation of the point at which this horizontal line crosses the straight line graph of Q against N. The horizontal line in red is the line Q equals 300, which represents the $300 that Toby had to spend on the juggling equipment. Now the horizontal line crosses the line that was drawn in Part 2. This is the line Q equals 50N at point A. Now point A on the graph represents the break-even point, where Toby's income is equal to the amount of money spent on the juggling equipment. To the right of the break-even point, Toby makes a profit. Part 4. Toby has a long-term plan. When he has finished Year 12, he wants to go to university for 3 years and then take a backpacking trip around the world. By the end of 2001, Toby had saved $900 from his earnings and sketched out the following plan for saving money. Toby's goal is to have $15,000 in his account at the end of 2007. Will he achieve this goal if he follows the above plan? Show all your calculations to justify your answer. Let's look at Toby's savings plan. In Year 9, which corresponds to the year 2001, Toby saves $900, which includes interest. And for each year while still at school, Toby saves 30% more than what he saved in the previous year, again with interest included. At the end of Year 12, which corresponds to the year 2004, deposit the total savings, in other words, all the savings from Year 9, Year 10, Year 11 and Year 12, into an account paying 4% per annum interest compounded annually. And then add $2,500 to the account at the end of each of the 3 years while at university. And Toby's goal is to have $15,000 in his account at the end of 2007, which corresponds to the end of his university course. Toby's Year 9 savings is $900. In Year 10, Toby saves 30% more than what he saved in Year 9. So we need to increase 900 by 30%. And we do that by multiplying 900 by 130%. So what Toby saves in Year 10 is 900 times 130%, which is $1,170. Now what Toby saves in Year 11 is 30% more than what he saved in Year 10. So 1,170 times 130% is equal to $1,521. And at the end of Year 12, Toby saves again 30% more than what he saved during Year 11. So $1,521 times 130% is equal to $1,977.30. So the total savings during high school is found by adding these four values together. This value here, this one, and this one, to give a grand total of $5,568.30. Now the future value at the end of 2005, which corresponds to his first year at university, is found by taking this value, so $5,568.30, increasing that by 4%, since it earns 4% interest for that year, and then adding on $2,500. And that equals $8,291.03, correct to the nearest cent. The future value at the end of 2006 is found by taking this value here, so this is the value at the end of 2005, increasing that by 4%, and then adding on $2,500 to give $11,122.67, correct to the nearest cent. And the future value at the end of 2007 is found by taking this value here, again increasing it by 4%, so multiplying it by 104%, adding on $2,500, which gives $14,067.58. Therefore, Toby will not reach his goal of $15,000. He will be short by $932.42.